The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Jesse Holley, Kurt Daniels, and Nate Newton.
Welcome to Victory Monday!
Go!
We are here, baby. Victory Monday. That's a live look at the Tostitos Championship Plaza outside in front of the Ford Center, where today high is, I think, 83 degrees. Currently it's 79 degrees. We are in the SWBC studio. This segment is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. He is Nate Newton. That is Kurt Daniels.
Sir.
I am Jesse Holley. Together, we are hanging with the boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak. And the Washingtons felt the Cowboys when they played this game called football. Another victory for the good guys. 25-10 for the Dallas Cowboys victory over the Washington Commanders this Sunday at noon. Fellas, if I told you after week one, when they walked Dakota Rain Prescott into the locker room, and you saw Mike McCarthy hear the news on the field, and he let off a couple of explicit words, expletives that we won't say here on this show. Shout out to Pastor Q for praying for me. But if I told you then, after what you saw in that Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, that we would be without our starting left tackle, that we would be without Michael Gallup for 4 games, that we would be without our QB1, our $40 million man, that after 4 weeks of football, that we would be with Cooper Rush at the helm, 3-1. Kurt, would you have said, Jesse, I know you crazy, but right now, you crazy as hell?
I would have thought that a little bit. I think this team would have been just happy to be 3-1 with Dak Prescott and all those other guys.
Correct.
Be here now with what they've had to battle, man.
I know optimistic Nate. He would have said, "Oh, we should be 4-0."
Yep.
Nate would say we should be 4-0.
No,
that's optimistic Nate. That's optimistic Nate.
No,
but
Jesse,
are
no.
you surprised? Are you shocked? Are you flabbergasted? Are you just any of the adjectives you like? That's right, adjectives, right?
Yes.
Adjectives. I went to public school and a public university, so I have to check with you.
You're all good.
Adjectives that this Cowboys team would be 3-1 after 4 weeks of the season.
You know, I knew it was, if we play exceptionally well, I thought we'd at least be 2-2, but we surpassed that with 3-1, and I'm excited, man, especially after this game. I am truly excited, the way we played this game, and you talking about the ball bouncing our way, Jess? Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I'm excited.
And to the people, and I know that we have outstanding Cowboy fans. We have the best Cowboy fans. We have the best fans, period, that listen to Hanging with the Boys. And I know some of them are realistic ones. I know some of them saying, this is exactly what I thought we would be. I believed in Cooper Rush. I believed in the Ginger. He is the guy. They're lying. No one believed at this point in time that we would be.
Come on now, Jess, you can't do that. Come on, I was rolling with you, man. I'm defending us.
No one was going to believe.
Cowboy fanatics.
No one was going to believe at this juncture of the season.
I tell you what.
With our backup
I
quarterback,
promise you, call some of my guys. Call some of our listeners.
That they thought
call
that we
some of
would
our
be
listeners,
3-1.
bro. Get Chris the word, bro, because I'm telling you. It's a lot of people. Come on now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't know about that.
Don't do that, Jess. Don't do that.
Kurt.
Yes, sir.
With this new revelation of the Cowboys being 3-1, what is one thing that has outwardly surprised you about this football team and how they've been able to overcome adversity after adversity after adversity to find themselves still right in the thick of things in playoff contention?
Well, I mean, the word of the year for McCarthy has been resiliency, and you're seeing that for sure. I mean, they are showing it time and time again, and it's
the revolution.
Did he smash a watermelon when he said that?
Revolution.
I don't think so. I wasn't there when he said it, but yeah, I mean, just they've shown that resiliency.
Revolution,
whether it's
resilience.
No, revolution has begun. Yeah.
Whether it's
Yes, I ain't
injuries
finna let you
or-
do that, man. I ain't finna let you give us no backhand. And then he kind of put on all the cowboy hat and all this foolishness, man. Don't come with it if you ain't believing in it. Say it with your chest and get off it, bro. Say it with your chest and get off it. Kurt, you're on the right track. Go ahead on, Jess. I'm going to listen to you.
We're listening.
I
to
want to
Kurt.
listen to you.
We're listening to Kurt tell the part that he's most surprised with.
What are you most surprised about, Kurt?
Well, the resiliency
Besides
for
working
one.
for the Star.
Yeah.
Besides
that's
that Mr. Jones and Stephen Jones may be
surprised
listening to
we're
you.
all still here. Yeah. Exactly. One thing I am a little surprised with is how this offense has been able to manage without Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
And even with yesterday, the run game wasn't working, but they used it enough to set up the play action. And they're just, I don't know if it's better coaching with Rush in there or a difference in how they approach things, but I've been surprised how they've been able to do what they needed to do on offense to get a win.
Nathaniel?
Nah. Jesse. I'm listening to you, Jesse.
All right, Nathaniel, what has been something that has been outwardly surprising to you?
Besides,
during this
I'm
Cowboys-
knowing,
Oh,
since
my
besides I
Because
know.
you're the omniscient one. You're the omnipresent one. You knew all of this was going to happen.
No, I did not.
You called Miss Cleo.
No,
and
I
she
did
gave
not.
you the prediction that
No, I
in
did not.
Cooper Rush we trust and that we'll be 3-0 with Cooper Rush. What has surprised you so far about this run, this Cooper
The
Rush
thing
run?
that has surprised me that I've known all the while that if we would do this, it would give us a chance. Not that I knew that we would be 3-1, but it would give us a chance to be 3-1. And that is the presence of sometimes knocking your head against the wall, running the ball, Jesse.
Here we go.
That's it. Yesterday they want to do the rotation of guards, which I don't like. Pick a guard and let's go to work with him.
I agree.
They rotated some guards yesterday, and my boy Peters didn't look as good against that Hoss from Bama. You see what I'm saying? So I try to tell people, as we play the better team.
40 years old at points to time.
And the Rams coming up?
felt it,
Is
too.
the Rams not coming up? Okay,
We'll
well,
get to
get
that.
you a guard in there and let him go. But, Jess, I believe this, man, and I'm saying it with my heart. I'm saying it with my chest.
The children are our future.
Hey.
Teach them well, let them lead the way.
Oh, man.
I like that. And I'm going to leave it at that.
No, go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead.
They are playing great team ball, and basically that's the only thing that saved them yesterday. They were resilient, like Coach said. They kept playing because for the life of me, you don't have 11 penalties, 136 yards, could have the time of possession on the road the way Washington Commanders did and lose a game. Get 2 interceptions, penalties. Mm-hmm. Big play after big play, call back. 18-yard run, penalty. 20-yard completion, penalty. I'm saying to myself, is this not us last year?
Yeah.
We had 4 penalties for 20 yards. And if we can keep it 4 or less, and especially don't have them at the crunch time, we'll be competing in every game. The only thing that surprised me the other way was I'm not liking this guard deal. Get you a guard in there and let's go. Because whenever you play all them games and it hit them, as soon as they got in there, they tried a game with the different guards. They had a end tackle, and my boy went to throw his guy down, and the guard was looking, but he got picked, went in there and hit your quarterback. If they, on the other side, they switched it perfectly because they're used to working together. These 4 guys or 3 guys are not used to working together. And it shows. So, get your guy in there.
It's just because Peters just started trying to still work his way into it, and McGovern was his first time back in a while.
Yeah.
Their little
And they need to
reps here.
let these same 2 guys get these reps because, and I know we're not going to face Jonathan Allen or Deron Payne.
You're facing somebody better.
Yeah, that one guy is a better, and his running mate is cold-blooded too. Number 91. I can't think of number 91 for the Rams, but he's a spark plug too. But
the next 2 weeks, you're getting ready to face probably, if not
starting
as
with
good
this group of
or better in the next week after that.
Starting with this group of guys, you're right. The next 2 weeks,
3-time defensive player of the year.
And you're going to run into 3 sets of duo of players that either one of them can be all pros.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I don't even think about that.
All right, so this is my moment to get on my soapbox and give credit where credit is due.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's give some credit to my man, Freaky Mike.
Right.
He's been consistent, Jess.
Freaky Mike. Now, the only knock I'm going to have on Freaky Mike.
Oh, come on. I thought y'all told me do that.
Let me finish. This is a build-up.
There's always a but.
There's always a butt with Jesse, man.
Always a butt. The big old butt.
Big old butt.
Ow. Shout out to EU. You young folks don't know about that.
Yeah.
The Cougars that you talked about last week, they know about that
They know
EU.
about
They
that,
know
yeah.
about that EU. That
Yeah.
big old butt.
But,
Ow.
yeah.
My only but is, what took you so long? That's my big old butt.
Right.
What took
To
you
do
so
what?
long? To finally insert yourself into the game plan of it. Now, I did not specifically like how they came out this game. I thought Kellen Moore glitched a little bit. And I think they got excited. I think they got Michael Gallup back and said, whoa, let's go back to 11 personnel.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 11 personnel and let's get wide and let's try to throw this thing around the park.
Right.
And for those of you who had questions, and we heard them for weeks, well, what does Dak Prescott do better than Kellen Moore? Throw the football down the field.
Right.
That's what he does better than. That's what he does.
Right.
And you saw yesterday when you made Cooper Rush have to read through multiple reads and not to have that max protection, he looked real pedestrian. He looked real back-up-ish. And I think then the second half they said, whoa now, let's get on back to what we did well in that 12 personnel. To your point, Nate, let's run the football. Even though I don't like running it for running's sake, I thought the choices of runs were bad. I don't mind running, but don't run in the middle where you don't have the advantage. You don't have the advantage against those Payne and Allen boys. You don't have the advantage against those boys.
Go back and watch the film. See, Jesse. See, Jesse. See, go back and watch the film. If you do have an equal to slight advantage, it's when number 21 was running the ball. Watch it. Watch when 21 runs the ball, the difference. When you're trying to run the ball and you're slamming it up in there to keep everybody else balanced, you don't need negative yardage. And what 21 was giving you was that 1 or 2 yards to keep this thing 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, so you can have a chance. This kid threw the ball 15 times on connected 27. That's bad percentages. When you throw it on the 30 times.
Threw it 27 times on connected 15.
Yes, thank you, brother.
I got you.
Yeah, big old butt. Anyway, 27 times you toss this thing, 15 times for completions. That right there ain't good. When you throw it 27 times or 30 times, you got to be in the mid-20s. Am I correct?
But this is the point that I'm saying, is that the throwing of the football wasn't what you were doing the prior 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It wasn't the 12 personnel, 2 receivers, and he got 1 or 2 reads and the ball's coming out.
Yes.
We saw a lot yesterday where he was doing a lot of backpedaling, trying to figure things out. And to your point, the ball bounced in our favor, and we got 2 penalties.
Yes.
Because even if the one to Noah Brown down the middle of the field, if that guy doesn't touch Noah Brown, that ball was thrown behind him.
Oh yeah, you saw him backing up, man.
Like
like he was on fire.
The one on the sideline, that ball wasn't going to get to him either.
Yeah.
So it was you got Michael Gallup back, and you started glitching like you had jam in
like you were streaming and you flinched. And
like you had jelly in the button of the joystick, and now all of a sudden you start doing this 11-person in the joystick. You had jelly in the B button.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And you start glitching, and now you're trying to do. You were trying to do 5-on-5 blocking scheme against dudes who you shouldn't go 5-on-5 blocking scheme with. I don't care who's in there, because eventually those guys are gonna win some of these battles.
Yes.
And your quarterback isn't good enough to, throw with somebody on his leg or be moving one way or another. He was more efficient and effective when you were in those 12 personnel sets.
Yes, sir.
2 wide receivers, 2 options, get it, be decisive, deliver the football. So
is that McCarthy making that adjustment, you think?
At halftime, I think McCarthy went in there and said, remember those 2 game plans we had last week? I don't know what this game plan is, but let's throw this one away. And let's pull out the one that we had the last 2 weeks. Yeah. And you saw that more so in the second half, and it worked. So, shout out to my boy Mike McCarthy. Give him some credit. We crap on him when it doesn't go well. No, wait. We got to go to a break.
Oh, okay.
We got to go to a break. Keep that thought. But give my boy Mike McCarthy some credit. They won another game. The offense didn't look so great, but they figured it out in the second half. So, Mike McCarthy, Freaky Mike, my boy, way to step up. We're going to go to a break. On the other side of that break, we're going whatever question you have, don't even tell us in the break. Hold on to that question. We're going to talk about this defense, talk about some more of the Cowboys.
Talk about Zeke.
We're not talking about Zeke.
Talk about Donovan Wilson.
The good, the bad, the ugly. We're talking about Donovan Wilson. We will talk about him. But we're going to also talk about
Zeke.
No, we're not talking about Zeke. He did nothing that's worth talking about. We're going to talk about
Zeke a hammer, boy.
2.5 yards per carry.
We're going to talk about Zeke, man.
It won't be Zeke. Stay with this with Hanging with the Boys. We'll be right back.
Zeke.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of fan you are. So whether you're a die-hard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys. Kurt Daniels, Nate Newton, Jesse Holly. This segment is brought to you by Blockchain, blockchain.com. Also brought to you by Fall Fest. Fall officially kicks off at the Star with our first ever Fall Fest on Saturday, October 8th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come out to the Tostitos Championship plot. That Tostitos Championship, when you got a little fat tongue, that'll get you right there every time. Plaza for your daily full of family fun with the beer garden, a petting zoo.
Explain that when you're done, please.
What?
Fat tongue.
a beer garden, a petting zoo, face painting, live music, to fall-inspired food, and more. This event is free and open to the public. For more information, visit thestarinfrisco.com. What do you mean? Just plain up.
Tostitos Plaza.
See, it almost got you. You got a fat tongue, too.
Oh, okay. I thought I didn't catch all that. Sorry.
Now we're just going to talk about Zeke.
We're not talking about Zeke. Kurt had a question that he was going to ask. Before we took a break.
You're talking about Freaky Mike kind of adding more to this game.
He got a fat tongue, too.
He probably does. Adding more to this game, taking more involvement in it. Has it coincided with Rush's having to play? And if so, I'm not saying by any means that Rush is a better quarterback than Prescott, but when Prescott comes back, do they need to continue? Does Mike need to continue doing what he's doing?
I think desperate time calls for desperate measures. And I thought at that time, again, if you put a lie detector test to the chest and finger of Mike McCarthy when Dak went down and they had to go to Cooper Rush, I don't think he was the most confident.
His face didn't look like it.
I don't think he was even the most confident in like, oh, man, all right, we got to do what we got to do. But I think he looked at it and said, I've been in a situation where I had to go to a backup. You got to remember, Mike McCarthy has been here for 38 games in his time here. Dak Prescott has missed 15 of those 38 games. Yeah. So, I mean, he's had to do a lot when Dak Prescott is not here. So he's seen what it looked like when Dak Prescott wasn't present. And I think he thought to himself, you know what? Kellen might think he can do the same things with this quarterback as what we do with Dak. And I have to remind him that that's not true, and that we need to do something a little bit different. We need to cater to the strengths of what Cooper Rush is, because he's going to be our starter for the next 4 weeks. At the time, we didn't know 4 to 6 weeks or 4 to 8 weeks, whatever that timeline was when he first hurt his thumb. And I think Mike stepped in and said, "All right, here's the deal.
Yeah,
we have to. There's enough time. There's enough." Of what we want to do. We don't have the weapons we had before. We're limited at the offensive line. We didn't know what Tyler Smith was going to be, or Peters, or McGovern, or Farniak. So let's scale this thing back and let's try to figure out a simpler plan that at the end of the day kept us in football games for 4 quarters. And then in the fourth quarter, if we're either winning or within a puncher's chance, then we'd have the opportunity to do what we need to do.
But do you turn this then, because, like the Aaron Rodgers of the world, they're going to control the game. They're going to do what they're going to do. Is that a place that Dak is in, or does McCarthy do they need to structure it a little more than maybe they have in the past, even when Dak's in there?
See, for me, they went back to what was being successful. And I'm talking about all the way back to my years, and I ain't talking about no Super Bowl years. I'm talking about just years of when we've had success, when we've been a good team, and that is to find a way to run the ball, to give your quarterback a chance off a play-action pass, off of boots, off the sprint outs, all of these things that don't give your quarterback a target on his back. Because once those Bama boys found out where the target was, they didn't even worry about the defensive ends. It was all those 2 dudes. I looked at some film, and Deron Payne was hip-tossing dudes. Didn't matter whether it was 71, 66, 68, and they was going at the president. But his security is so tight that he locked things down. I'm just being honest. So the only chance we had was, like you said, when they went in there and said, hey, somebody said, whether it was Coach McCarthy or the offensive line coach or the running back coach.
We're giving Coach McCarthy credit today.
Yeah, Coach McCarthy, you whatever. Hey, man, we got to design some type of run, some type to give this quarterback a chance, because he is awesome like Dak when it's play action pass. We do not, and I may hurt some feelings, but it's still the truth. We are not your prototypical, I'm going to drop back 25 times and just throw this rock. Correct. It ain't happening.
Correct.
So my hat's off to, like Jess said, the credit goes to the head coach, because I'm telling you, that's what I feared all that week. But please don't let these two Bama boys who beat up each other last year come in here this year and make up and kiss, and that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But to put a kind of cap on that, Danny White, Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, Tony Romo.
That's right.
None of them have ever started their career the way that Cooper Rush has started his. 4-0 in his first 4 starts as a quarterback in the National Football League, dating back to last year when he got that start against the Minnesota Vikings.
Did you see that stat that the Cowboys' record without Dak in their last 8 games is like 7-1 or something like that?
Yeah, team. That Will McClay and these other coaches have, due to the fact maybe the schedule have favored them, but they've shown that they have a team that's built to be competitive. You know, until you win a second week of playoffs, all you are is just a competitive team trying to go up. That's just the belief I have.
And Cooper Rush had a comment in the post-game show, and I think it's a great transition for us, is when they asked him about winning these football games, and he said, it's the defense. We are winning these games because of the defense. And when you look at this defense, Micah didn't have the Micah, I think we begin to expect him to have 2 sacks.
Well, not Nate. Just y'all think that. I don't think that. I'm just being honest, man.
That's fine. You have every right to feel.
And you know this when it's called. No, he looked me right in my eye finna tell me, yeah, you a lie. You gave me that look, Jess. Yeah, you did.
You're a contrarian, so you have that.
What's a contrarian? What is that? A bird?
Yes.
What is a contrarian?
The contrarian bird is the state. It's the state
what
bird
is
of
that,
Florida.
Kurt? Help me out, editor.
It's the state bird of Florida. The contrarian.
Stirring the pot.
But Micah Parsons didn't have the game that a lot of people have come to expect from him, right? To have the really...
Yeah.
Who is a lot of people, Jess? The experts.
A lot of people accept Nate Newton better.
Fans, the stats.
Thinking, people like, well, he's going to break the single sack record and, he's on pace for 34 sacks. And I never thought that. You never thought that. See how I did that? Nate, you never thought that. But this defense is still churning. There's still guys are still showing up. You saw your big boys.
In the middle,
I thought about you yesterday. I said Nate's somewhere around here excited to watch those big boys in the middle get after the quarterback. Fowler, Tank,
Armstrong, maybe?
No. Only the big. You said it. Bohannon, Gallimore, Tristan Hill.
The big
great
boys.
job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tank, Parsons, 56, 58. Defend the edge.
I will
defend the edge.
Okay.
Look at that.
No.
Defend the edge.
There was some. They did to us what we should have done to them. They got on the edges.
Yes, sir.
And they ran the football. And they ran the football at Micah Parsons.
Right.
And that's, you want to neutralize someone who's a passing demon, that's how you do it. Because here's what Micah's really, really, really good at, is that he threatens you with speed, and now you're so off balance is his power move works, his spin move works, or his dip and rip works.
Right.
But when you run at him, you don't give him the opportunity to use speed. And while he's a fantastic player, an alien of a player, when you got to engage and lock up with that dude who's 300 pounds, Micah in his game doesn't quite have that get into your shoulder pads, lock out,
he's just not
and
big
get
enough,
rid
right?
of you.
I mean,
he's just not. He's just not at that place. So running at him puts the offensive lineman in an advantage, because if he jumps to a side, I'm just going to ride you out that way, and the running back's going to cut off. And if we stalemate, I like my chances in that.
See, last year when he was learning, he would defend that run. You would see him lock out, play it, and defend it. But this year here, he got one thing in his mind: I'm going to get that passer. Yeah. And so now he's not defending. He's not taking that. See, he's learned. Every second I waste dallying around with you is a second I don't have getting to this quarterback. And so now what they're going to make him do is go back to that old Parsons, which is still an electrifying player.
Right.
but he's got to start playing the down and distance. First down is not a true passing down with most teams, especially a team that gave up 9 sacks. They weren't giving up 9 sacks this time.
Yeah.
So they knew he should okay, if we can get this run, and if they would have stopped that run early, now they could have ate them alive in the second half, but we didn't. We gave 140 yards? 142 yards? Yeah, we gave 142 yards rushing. And they did this the whole game. And they killed us with Williams, number 41.
Right.
Yeah.
They switched it up. Like, we're going to give you a little McKissick, we're going to give you a little Gibson, but 41 is the one you better be watching out for, Williams. So they hurt us on the outside, man. Jess, you're right on time with that, man. Thanks to number 6. Is that his number? Donovan
Wilson.
Yeah.
Thanks to him. Man, that dude, he wasn't missing no tackles yesterday.
Yeah.
Somebody must say, hey, man, don't miss the tackles, boy. Because now Kurt's got to come back, and he got that nice deep coverage one. Do you remember that nice deep coverage?
Mm-hmm.
So they going to have to.
But here's the thing, because what you have to remember is this team is a 3-safety team.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is a 3-safety team, and where Donovan Wilson will play, he will either play in the back end or when they go into that big nickel situation, they'll go 3 safeties, and they'll either have Jaron Kearse or Donovan Wilson playing that kind of that nickel backer.
Yeah. Right.
So he ain't going back to the bench. His
You don't
role,
think so?
he's going to still be in that conversation of putting him on that field.
I'm going to have to watch that.
And
Played every snap yesterday. Didn't
you may make him the big nickel in the box and put Jaron Kearse back, as that kind of rover safety between him and Malik Hooker. However you want to do that. Both of those guys are really big, big hitters. I think Jaron is a better cover safety than Donovan Wilson. But the thing about this defense is
because Barr getting exposed.
Well, here's the thing about Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr, in the stage of his career, he gives you solid linebacking play. He allows you to deploy Micah Parsons all over the field. He allows you to rush when you need to rush. He's past the point of his career where he's going to be an electrifying player. He's going to be a steady player. He's going to be a guy who doesn't hurt you, but won't take over a game like Micah Parsons can. He's right in that middle flow, and it's working really, really well because of the dynamics of Micah Parsons. It's before when you had to have Micah Parsons, and then you had to have, at the time they had Keanu Neal or they had Leighton Vander Esch. Those 2 guys wasn't consistent enough to put it in that spot. But let me say this Cowboys defense has done a tremendous job of bending but not breaking.
Right.
Look at their last 4 scoring outputs in the game. It's been 19, 16, 15, 10. Right now, this defense is putting up numbers of 15 points, 15.5 points a game. They're allowing. Now you can say whatever you want. You say, well, they play the Giants and they play the Philadelphia. You only play the guys that are in front of you.
Right.
And if those guys, if you're saying they're bad, then the Cowboys are saying, yep, I only gave this team 10 points. Yep, I only gave that team 15 points.
Doing what they should.
They're doing what they should. They're doing what they should. And I mean, you watched the game last night with Tampa Bay, and you saw Tom Brady, go back and forth with the Chiefs and put up almost 40 points. And you're saying, wow, we kept that team to 30 points. I'm going to keep this thing on the roads. Hold those questions or those comments. When we come back from this break, we're going to put a wrap on this Cowboys Monday victory, and we're going to do a small preview looking forward to this next team in the LA Rams. All right? So this is Hanging with the Boys. I'm Jesse Holly, man. Come back with us.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Victory Monday. This is Hanging with the Boys. Cowboys defeated the Washington Commanders 25-10 to put them now at 3-1. Heading into
Mighty Boys.
What might be the next three games, including, by the way, the third leading scoring team in the National Football League, the Detroit Lions. And it might be even higher now. They're like at 32 points a game.
Who is that?
The Detroit Lions.
I think they might be higher.
Do we play them?
We played them.
They're
we got
third on
the
this.
Rams, the Eagles, Detroit.
By then we've been able to play such great competition and defeated one of those guys. We'll blow Detroit out of the water.
They're first now.
35 points a game.
35 points a game.
Detroit,
Of course,
man.
they're like also last in points allowed.
Thank you.
Another
Let
36
quick,
or
Jess,
something.
let me get through this right quick.
Go
Like
ahead.
this. You were saying what our defense did yesterday against a team they were supposed to dominate. I'll give you the drive chart and how it ended real quick, and I'll give you the last 4 or 5. They started on their 18. They had to punt. They started on their 30, and they lost it on downs. They started on their 11. We got interception. They started on their 25, and we got them on downs. And they started watching that at the 7, and it ended the game. But that first half, they averaged starting on the 29, 30. That ain't a good start. Mm-hmm. And only one came out of a touchdown, but the other was punt, and an interception. So Bunting, Diggs, all of these guys, Gallimore showed up with a nice fake up the middle with the linebacker at the last minute and confused the guard and center. Gallimore came free. Then you had Tank Lawrence wiping out the tackle in the center and the guard and leaving Flowers one-on-one, so he got him a sack. It's just the way this coach is doing, Coach Quinn is doing this thing is wow.
And here's if to your point, this defense is playing lights out, but you offensively, you can't have these lulls. You can't have these glitches because what you've now done to this defense is you've almost made them have to be perfect. And that's a difficult thing to be, especially when you start playing better teams who have better quarterbacks, have better play callers and better schemes. If you make this defense have to be perfect, there is no such thing as a perfect defense. And so Cooper Rush got away yesterday because of the penalties with 2 major interceptions.
Yeah, that other one batted up in the end zone that could have easily been.
If he just turns around and looks up,
it's there.
That's a touchdown.
But you know what, fellas? They outpunted us too. The field position was so lopsided because we started our drives, and I give you the first few. We started on the 25. We started on the 10. We started on the 13. We started on the 16. We started on the 27. The field, that space, that the special teams,
that's that hidden yardage.
We didn't win there. Yeah. The only thing that saved us, we were consistent in who we were, playing resilient, and they had 136 yards of penalties.
Yep.
They couldn't get out of their own way, and we took advantage of it. I'm telling you, man.
And that quarterback's a scatterbrain.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Oh, Jess.
He is. Carson Wentz has all the physical tools. His brain is a fried egg.
What that makes his offensive line? Soft yolk?
Sure. But when
you say he scrambled brain and
yeah, but like there's one play in particular that stood out to me yesterday, and I was like, oh, okay, this is the full Carson Wentz experience. Is you get the snap, and then you actually avoid a sack from Micah Parsons.
Oh, that was sweet.
Right? You avoid the sack from Micah Parsons, and I'm not a Washington fan, but I'm screaming, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. And he's like trying to make a play. After I think they got penalized before that. Yeah. So it's like it's already 1st and 15. Throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. The guy comes, intentional grounding.
Yeah.
And you just
had all the chances in the
You
world.
defeated death in the Lion. The Lion should have got you. You defeated death with the Lion missing a sack. And you had 10 times where you could have thrown the ball away, and you're doing this like something's going to come open. Intentional grounding. 2nd and 25. You've killed your drive. There is no 2nd and 25 plays.
Was that in the first half?
I believe it was.
That's when they kept the ball for 4 minutes and 22 seconds and wind up with a negative 13.
It's because
yards.
Your quarterback
How do you do that?
He got scrambled. He got scrambled eggs for brains.
You guys made it. You make it sound like we shouldn't be too excited. Like we just beat bad teams. We shouldn't be too excited about this team here, our Cowboys.
This team here, we beat a Washington team that we saw us last year. That was us last year. Just could not get out of our way for penalty after penalty after penalty. Yes, I'm not even buying into the 2 interceptions that got away for them. I'm not. It's just like Washington. You should be sitting up to a man. The coach shouldn't have to say a word today. Now, if it was us, the Cowboys, when I played, Coach Johnson wouldn't have to say a word. All he had to do is walk into the big meeting room on Monday and say, fellas, let's go watch the film. Mm-hmm. Because we would be in our head saying, wow, man, 136 yards? That means everybody joined in on the penalties, except the 2 Bama boys. Yeah. Didn't matter what they did.
I think one thing that at times goes missed with winning, and winning is always the goal.
Right.
This team is scoring either at or less than 20 points a game offensively, the Cowboys.
Right.
Total offense per game is, I think, less than 250 yards.
17.8.
So they're scoring 17.8 points per game, and it's less than 250 yards of total offense per game.
That's right.
That's not going to that doesn't put you in the conversation of being able to defeat those teams. So the winning is great, and I'm all for the winning, 100%.
But
always a
but
offensively, this goes back to offensively. You put so much pressure on that defense to be perfect, because when you face a team that doesn't have a scatterbrain quarterback that can actually put the ball where it's supposed to be and do things that it's not, that doesn't put their team in harm's way. They bend, and if they break, and you're only scoring 17 points a game, and this team can go and score 28, 30 points a game, you've now found yourself in a situation. The offense gets a pass because it's a backup quarterback and because you've been winning these football games. But overall, it hasn't been this euphoria of great offense.
No.
It's been mundane. It's been pedestrian. It's had great moments. And Cooper Rush has done some honorable things as being the backup quarterback. But when you scale and you look at it, it's something that you're saying, man, 17 points a game. That's
not going to get it.
That's not going to get it against the good football teams. And I've always preached this. I'm okay with the regular season. What's going to happen when you got to get in the playoffs? And we'll see more when Dak Prescott comes back.
The first thing we have to fix is, fellas, I'm going to say it and I'm going to say it to the cows come home. I don't care if you got Matt Forniak at your left guard. Let him stay there. If you think Peters is better, let him stay there. Let him get in shape through the game. Let him stay there. If you want, let him stay. But this 3-man, 2-man, stop with that. Yeah. You're hindering my left tackle from growing because it ain't enough when he don't even know when he going to get help. He can't remember when he going to get help from a tight end or a wide receiver. Don't make him have to work at the left guard too.
Right.
So I just want that consistency. So when Dak does get back, we got some consistency because we're going to play, like Jesse, you said it, man. We're finna play some horses.
Yeah.
Number 99 and number 91. Both of them is on the Madden game, and ain't neither one of them ranked lower than a 70. Okay? All right? And then we going to play the – look at him, man. Fletcher Cox, I hate you. They signed you to a 1-year deal, and you playing ball.
That big rookie now, too, in the middle.
Oh, my God. And Fletcher is the one bringing the thunder. Come on, man. Jesse, help me here, bro.
I'm going to help you because we're out of time. I'm going to get you out of this thing right here. All right, so tomorrow we're doing Cowboys.
No, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We got to go another day.
Yeah.
We got another day of talking about it.
Oh, all right.
You want to go fans? You want to go computer?
Huh? What you say, Chris?
I said today's Monday.
Yeah,
Today is Monday. Sorry, I thought today was Tuesday. Sheesh.
You want to go computer? Get him out the way or what?
We'll think about it.
We can just computer on Tuesdays.
We can do him on Tuesday, Jess.
Tuesdays are better.
Yeah, 3 minutes. Give him 3 minutes.
Tomorrow we will talk.
Love.
Tomorrow we'll
talk Zeke.
We're not talking Zeke. Tomorrow we'll talk more Cowboys Washington, but then we're gonna start turning the page.
Yep.
And getting ready for which would be the litmus test for this defense.
Yeah.
If you're really who you say you are, if the Denny Green, they are who we thought they were.
Right.
If you are who you say you are, Micah, Tank, Dante Fowler,
yes, sir.
Trayvon Diggs.
Right. You're going to set the edge.
This is your test.
Yes.
We're going to talk more about that. We might.
Get into Zeke and computer.
Neither one of those are not happening. One of those options are not happening.
Let's talk about Zeke, baby.
One of those options
computer, I'm fighting for you, computer. 3 minutes, computer.
Are not happening tomorrow. And it's not computer.
Chris Jones did a great job yesterday for Kansas City, too, computer.
Oh, my God. Thank you guys for joining on this Cowboy Victory Monday. Cowboys defeated Washington Commanders 25-10. They are 3-1.
Free Zeke.
We appreciate you all. He is Nate Newton.
I am
that
Zeke.
That is Kurt Daniels.
That is Farner.
Chris in the back.
That is Braille.
We got audio jibs.
I can feel you. I can feel you. Hey, and your boy want to come back.
He is not coming back.
Oh, you divorced?
The voice is not coming back.
I told him he had to talk to you.
My nipples was hard for 42 minutes after that show was over. We got Heckma Harris and the crew coming up.
Yeah.
He looking at us like, get off the air. We black in here. Kurt black in here too. Yeah. We gonna take our time. He got a 900 credit score, but he black.
Yeah.
He can come to the cookout, and we gonna get off this thing late. I'm Jesse Holly. This is Hanging with the Boys. We out.
Will.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?